Hello, good morning students. Students, in the last lecture we started learning the last poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, and we read it right from the first stanza till the last one. Here are only three stanzas in this poem, okay? Only 12 lines. So we learned the poem getting help of the textbook, and we all tried our best to get the explanation, okay, line by line explanation, reading the words as included in the poetic verses. So now in this lecture we would like to get a short poem sketch. Which one? Poem sketch. Main points, main features of this poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, written by Andreen Rich. So before I start writing here some facts related to poem sketch, I would like to explain it. I would like to paraphrase it in my voice orally. So dear learners, pay your full attention to my voice and listen to my video very carefully. Dear students, as we learned in this poem, that the poetess has already mentioned it, that in the male dominating societies the women get so much exploited, okay, they find themselves so much exploited, molested and humiliated, okay, because of the cruel nature of the males. Is it right? Is it feasible? No, it is not feasible. So here the voice of a woman named Aunt Jennifer, okay, which was totally restricted to herself, and not allowed to open in any case by her husband, okay, is expressed here through this line, through this poem, okay, through this poem by the pen of the poetess, who writes here that this the lady Aunt Jennifer draws or sketches, or you may say makes the most beautiful pictures of the tigers, because she is highly skilled and artistic lady, and she wants to express, she wants to put the burden of her chest, okay, off through the pictures of the tigers, in order to rebel the voice of the males, who always keep themselves, who always keep the women totally in pain and oppressed, okay. So I would like to write here firstly the name of the poem. So what is the name of the poem? First of all, I would like to write here POEM, poem number 6. Okay, dear students, and the name of the poem is AUNT, Aunt Jennifer, JENNIFER Jennifer's Tigers, TIGERS, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, okay. So this the poem is composed by COMPOSED, composed by, for the name of the poetess Andreen, ANDRIE, Andreen Rich, RICH. This is the name of the poem, Andreen Rich, okay, RICH. So now I would like to put here, okay, I would like to put here poem sketch, POEM, poem sketch, SKETCH, poem sketch, okay beta. This the poem sketch would surely help us know, okay, some important facts, some most striking facts related to the feelings of the main protagonist, the main character, the main hero of this poem, Aunt Jennifer, and some other kinds of things also, okay. So here I am going to write here the poem Aunt Jennifer Tiger is one Aunt Jennifer, Jennifer. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers is a, I have enclosed into single commas, is a poem which reflects REFLE, okay, CTS, which reflects the sorrowful and painful inner feelings of a woman. Here the word woman stands for Aunt Jennifer. Aunt Jennifer, okay, who is stressed, who is stressed because of social restraints and responsibility of an ideal lady or ideal wife. You may write here wife also, okay. She is such a lady who lacks confidence, strength, courage, and the very sense of bravery, okay, very sense of bravery. This lady, this woman, in the voice of the poet, this lady does not dare to go against the established and the ordinary and the common way or ordinary way of life, okay. Since she gets no easy way to open her subdued voice, दबी हुई आवाज, she chooses to rebel the dominance of her husband and all other males, M-A-L-E-S, males, in the male dominating society, through her needlework, by her needlework. Okay, dear students, kindly try to understand the explanation as given by me here, and this the explanation is based on the main facts, main points of the poem. Okay, so here I have written Aunt Jennifer's, as you can see here, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers is a poem. Okay, if you think that I should speak so much in Hindi, so then I am totally ready to speak, so that you can understand the meanings of these lines also. Aunt Jennifer Tigers is a poem. Aunt Jennifer Tigers एक ऐसी कविता है which reflects the sorrowful and painful inner feelings of a woman, जो किसी एक महिला, जिस महिला का नाम क्या है, ऑन्ट जेनिफर, जो ऑन्ट जेनिफर नामक किसी एक महिला की दुखद दोनों का अर्थ एक ही होता है, दुखद आंतरिक भावनाओं को उजागर करती है, बताती है किस प्रकार से ऑन्ट जेनिफर नामक एक महिला अपने परिवार में रह करके और बड़ी दुखी सा जीवन जीती है, बड़ा परेशान सा जीवन जीती है. ओके, हु इज स्ट्रेस्ड, जो महिला बहुत ज्यादा दबाव में रहती है, जिसको दबा करके रखा जाता है, किसकी वजह से, बिकॉज ऑफ सोशल रेस्ट्रेंट्स स्टैंड्स फॉर एयर कॉम्प्लिकेशंस, रेस्ट्रेंट्स स्टैंड्स फॉर एयर कंपल्सन्स, क्योंकि कुछ सामाजिक कुछ ऐसी गतिविधियां हैं, सामाजिक कुछ ऐसे जो है ना अवरोध है, सामाजिक कुछ ऐसे बंधन हैं जिन बंधनों की वजह से वो हमेशा दबी हुई सी रहती है. एंड रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ एन आइडियल वुमेन, सेकेंडली शी इज रियली एन आइडियल wife, and she does not want to break up her idealism, the sense of idealism. That's why she does not speak against her husband, and she always faces the exploitation and molestation and so much harassment as given to her by her husband also. Okay, so dear students, she is such a lady who lacks confidence. यह एक ऐसी महिला है जिस महिला के अंदर ना तो विश्वास है, ना कोई ताकत है, आंतरिक ताकत, शक्ति, ना कोई साहस है, और न ही उसमें बहादुरी की कोई भावना है. दिस लेडी डज नॉट डेयर टू गो अगेंस्ट द एस्टेब्लिश्ड एंड द कॉमन वे ऑफ लाइफ. यह जो महिला है, ये वहाँ समाज में स्थापित जो भी रीति रिवाज है उनके और उसके अपने जो जीवन का जो साधारण जीने का जो तरीका है उसके अगेंस्ट में अपने आप को खड़े करने की हिम्मत भी नहीं रखती है. Since she finds no easy way, क्योंकि उसको कोई ऐसा रास्ता मिलता नहीं जिस रास्ते से वो क्या कर सके, to open her subdued voice, ताकि वो अपनी दबी हुई आवाज को खोल सके. She chooses to rebel the dominance of her husband, वह चुनती है, she chooses to rebel the dominance of her husband and all other males in the मेल डोमिनेटिंग सोसाइटी बाय हर नीडल वर्क. वह चुनती है कि भाई मैं अपने मतलब कढ़ाई का जो काम होता है, उस कढ़ाई के काम के माध्यम से मैं जो पुरुष प्रधान जो समाज है, उस पुरुष प्रधान समाज के अंदर जो पुरुषों की जो एक प्रधानता जो बनी रहती है, उस प्रधानता के अगेंस्ट में मैं विद्रोह करना चाहती हूँ, और वह विद्रोह केवल मात्र मेरी मैं कला के माध्यम से करना चाहती हूँ. देखो, तभी तो उसने अपने, एज यू नो, शी हैज ड्रॉन सच exquisite pictures, most beautiful pictures, which resemble the real tigers living in the green forest. So I would like to write it with all things also in the next part of this poem sketch. Okay, up to here I think you have learned each and everything very nicely. Okay, moreover, the poet writes, the poet also writes that, कवि यहाँ तक कि कवि यह भी लिखती है that Aunt Jennifer opens her voice or gives tongue to her desire, through the tigers, through the most beautiful tigers which she draws, she sketches very skillfully and beautifully on a panel board, on a panel board by her needlework. Needlework. Okay. She also represents how a lady should should lead her life in the same manner as her tigers lead or live in the green forest. Okay, in the green forest. They all look brave, confident, courageous, unafraid, courageous, and chivalric. VALRI, chivalric. Okay, chivalric. One thing which the woman wants from her husband is a little honor, importance, and value, value, as a real wife. She wants to end up all social beliefs, BELIEF, beliefs which mar means spoil the beautiful life of the woman. Beautiful life, life of the woman, W-O-M-A-N, woman. Okay, so dear students, here I have expressed all the facts related to this poem, and I think now it depends on you whether you take these all facts very interestingly or not. In case you don't take these the facts interestingly, it means you will surely miss something. So I would like to provide you the remaining part of this poet, and I think now of this poem, and in this second part I would like to give you here some important things related to this poem sketch, remaining part of this poem sketch, and the structure of the poem also, so that you can know about each and everything very carefully and very nicely. Okay, dear students, I think it's enough today, and now tomorrow we would like to learn about some poetic devices, okay, about this poem. But now this the poem, okay, has been completed, and now we have learned almost all the poems, since I had already given my lecture regarding the first and second poem also in the beginning of the online lecture videos, and I don't know whether you got or not. In case you have not got, so then I would like to give you again the same lecture on any day in future. Okay, beta, thank you.